Alright, thank you for joining me on the Mastery Culture episode number 2. I titled this one, A Lesson on Time to Get the Most Out of Life. This is a very powerful one. I spent a lot of time last night staying up, making sure I got everything I wanted to say, get all the value out of this for you guys. So let's just begin on this. So I see all the time entrepreneurs say, oh, time is your number one asset. Time is the number one commodity. Time is the one thing you can never get back. You can get money back, but you can never get time back. And I totally agree with all that. And I lived off that for a while, but you got to realize that it's hard to get motivated off of that because it doesn't really set an in-game goal for us. You know what I'm saying? So, someone tells me time is all you got. Okay, well, how much time do I have? I don't know, so I'm still gonna waste it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the common people. Like that's a common way people look at it. But something that I just learned like a couple months ago, actually, it really spoke to me, and that's what this video is pretty much about. It's a buddy of mine from Australia told me this. I was asking. He's a really good speaker, super good. I mean, he's a really cool guy. But that's something else. So he told me, I was asking him, I was like, so what's one thing about procrastination? Because I still get a lot of my friends tell me, hey, like, I want to do this, I'm motivated, but like, whenever it comes down to doing it, I'm still, I'm still procrastinating, man. I'm still wasting time. I got 6 hours in my day that I could be putting towards something, and I want to do it, but whenever it comes down to doing it, I don't. Okay, and so one thing is, you got to have a sense of urgency. Like, you have to have some kind of passion towards what you're doing, yes, but I mean, at the same time, if you found your passion and you're still procrastinating, because that happens a lot more than you think, you got to have a sense of urgency. And like people say, what's the number one thing you got? It's time. So you need to create a sense of urgency with the number one thing. Okay, so how do you do that? And this is what my buddy from Australia told me. He said, okay, look, if you look at it from a mathematical perspective, the average life expectancy, in the United States, where most of my demographic is for these videos, it's 80 years old, plus or minus 80 years old. Some people don't make it that far, unfortunately. Some people, make it to 100. I have my great grandma. She died when she was like 93, 94 years old. I mean, some people make it farther, which is great. But let's just say, hypothetically, from a mathematical perspective, the average life expectancy is 80 years old. Okay, I'm 21. In a couple months. And a couple months. So say 80 minus 21, that's 59 years, right? Times 365 days, that's about 21,500 days left. Okay? That sounds like a lot, but you gotta realize I've already lived almost 8,000 days. So if you look at it from, let's say, something common, like an iPhone, okay? Your battery's fully charged, 100%. At noon, it's at 75%, okay? And you're starting to think, oh crap, I'm at 75%, it's starting to go down. You know what I'm saying? But you're not really worried about it. Come 4 o'clock, you've been on Twitter all day, Snapchat, that's me, Facebook, whatever you do, YouTube, that's a big one. You're at 50% by 4 o'clock, you're like, oh crap, I need to start chilling out, okay? So, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't. You stay on YouTube, listen to some songs, see funny cat videos, listen to some webinars, hopefully, for some of you out there. Get down to 20%, that little red light comes on. Yeah, that's panic mode, right? Long story short. So, the moral of that whole story is 21,000 days looks like a lot, but you gotta think, how often do you tell yourself, oh my God, it's already July? It was Christmas like 2 weeks ago. Every year, right? If you told yourself that for the last 3 years, that's 3 years that's gone by. That's 1,000 days. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how people think like that. I mean, this video is, it's going to hit home for some people because, if you look at the math, if you're 40 years old, you're at that 50% point already. You know what I'm saying? That's 40 times 365 is 14,600 rather than 21,000. But, you still have 40 years left in your life. That's a long time. That's double what I've lived. So you can still do a lot in 40 years. So I don't want that to maybe you'll work 10 times harder on your business with this. Like, knowing this, maybe you'll work 10 times harder on your business. Maybe you'll stop doing business. Maybe you say, hey, look, like, I got 20,000 days left. I got 15,000 days left. If I'm not really passionate about entrepreneurship, maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to, I don't want you to stop doing entrepreneurship just for this lesson, you know what I'm saying? If you're passionate about it, I mean, that just, it's supposed to get you from procrastinating. That's what I asked him about, and that's what his response was in regards to procrastination. Not to give you a midlife crisis, is to give you something to, to motivate you to work harder, to not waste time, to, every single moment. You have, however many seconds in a day, minutes in a day, whatever. You have a lot, and you use them however you like, but I don't know. People need to start using more of their day to get more stuff done, because people have a lot more time than what they think. They'd rather spend, it takes 3.5 hours for an NFL football game to go on, football season to start like last week. That's 3.5 hours, dude. I mean, that adds up. You do that every Sunday for 50 years. That's a lot of time. If that's what you like, that's one thing. But you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make something happen with something, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to make sacrifices. Sometimes you need to make a little time for what you really want to do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I really hope this video doesn't put you down. I really want this to. I wanted to motivate you guys with this. I want you guys to, like I said, make more out of your day, get more stuff done, accomplish those goals, and spend that time wisely. Happy stuff. I don't know, whatever you feel like doing. Alright, that was Mastery Culture episode 2, a lesson on time to get the most out of life. Hope you guys found some value in it. I'm definitely going to keep bumping these out like 2-3 times a week. If you could drop a like, drop a share, subscribe on YouTube, Mastery Culture, that would I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much.